So you come to the side of the road and your tire's flat. You got a flat tire, you got to change it. Come to your trunk. Most of the time, grab the little plier right here, pull up. There you go. Got yourself a tire iron right there. Lots of liquid. I don't know why it's so moisturized down there. Tire iron. And you got a spare tire. Oh, and there's a lot of water in there. Shit. Right on the side right here, you're gonna find your jack. Grab it and just pull it out. Right there, that's your jack right there. Make sure your e-brake's on for when you lift up your car. You don't want that to roll back on you. Take this, come down here, you're gonna find something that's called a rocker lip. Right there. That's where you want to put your little jack. The lip right now, you want to slide that under. Get it started. Huh? Like this.
No, what do you say?
Like that. Twist it with your hand. Sorry, can't see. Twist it with your hand. Make sure that little notch in the jack gets in the rocker lip. Like that. Once it's in between that rocker lip, it'll slide into it. It'll lock it in place. Now twist as much as you can with your hand until you can't anymore. And take that. When you hook it through that hole, and you twist it. No way. Did it just break? It didn't break, you're an idiot.
Oh!
Just twist it. Like this. Until your wheel's off the ground.
No, we're jacking off and it slips, just making a loud crack, and we thought we broke the fucking thing.
Okay, take this. Now, once you have some weight off the tire, I'm going to grab your tire iron back here. This thing. It's 21 millimeter. So that end fits on it perfectly. Go and break those off. Just like that. Just like that. You're gonna take it and lift it up the rest of the way. Off the ground. Lug nuts. Don't lose those. Lot of food. Put your lug nuts off. Grab your tire. Make sure your tire. Take it. Place it onto the car. So if the jack fails, it falls on the tire. Grab your spare.
That's why it's called a donut.
Like that. Start one of them. Get it on there. That one on there. Then the rest of them, let's go star pattern. Make sure you do star pattern so you evenly torque them. Just like that, get a little tighter. you got them on like that, take it, get them a little bit tighter, make sure they're on there. Then after that, you want to lower the car down. And once you lower it down its own weight, and this has pressure in it, it's all good. And you want to take this and just wrench on it super tight. And then go to the nearest tire shop, get that tire replaced. Now, since you have that flat tire, you're going to want to take your car to the shop or your school auto shop. Just pretend this thing has a flat tire. You want to pull it into the 2-post bay where the wheels come off the ground. So now you put the key in the ignition and you start the POS. You let it die because it likes to die. Get it started. Now you can pull your POS into the bay. Okay, so now that you got your car pulled into the shop, make sure all those lift points are right. I'll show you on the last one here. Here you kick it under, and under here, lip's gone. You'll see the metal lip right here. That's a safe lift point right there. It's hard to see. Right there. Kick this under. Spin that out if you need. Bring it out like that. That under the lift, right there. That's set up, it's on there properly. Come over here, go lift it. You want to bring it, make sure when you pull it in, depending on your wheelbase, mine is slightly longer. So you want it right in the middle of that thing. And you want to lift it up. And right there, once it's off the ground fully, you want to come to the front bumper. And you want to just shake it back and forth. Make sure it doesn't lift up or come off anywhere. Once that's safe, wait for it to stop shaking. Now, and then you can lift it all the way up to your working height. Get your impact and the right socket size out. And once it's up to the working height, I'd say, you know, about chest level for the wheel. It's about working area. That click is the latch. Right there is good. And then when you get the latch, you want to not pull the lever. This lever releases the latch. You want to press down, and that lowers the lift onto the latch. When it's sitting on the latch, it's not using any hydraulics or nothing. These wires are loose. It's sitting on the latch, and you're safe to go under and work on the vehicle. Once you're like that, you want to take off that wheel. Let that wheel come off. Just want to unbolt it all. Once that wheel is fully unbolted, grab it, take off that wheel, and say this is the flat. You want to take it over to the tire machine and replace the tire. That I'm not doing. Once you have that all, say just replace the tire. The tire's been replaced. I want to take this wheel, bring it over to the balancing machine, and you want to find the right bore for in here. Find that. Once you find one that fits properly, take your tire over to here, slide this piece onto the balancing machine right there, just like that. Have this wheel, slide that into the hub bore and onto that, like that. Let it sit. This is the locking nut, it's rubber so it doesn't spin, and you want to tighten that on. Once you're tightening that on, tighten it down so you can't go anymore. Make sure it's not wobbly or anything. That's straight. Stop that. Come and turn on the machine, which is right there. Click that on. Make sure it's set to what you want it to be, which is outer. Take this. You want to put it right against the hub, just like that, until it reads. Put that down. You lower the lid, and the wheel starts spinning. It's balancing the wheel right now. It's measuring what weight needs to go where. So it says I need 0.5 inboard, 0.75 outboard. So now you want to find, this is a steel wheel, so you want to find a steel weight, the one that's the correct, like this one. That'll be good for a steel wheel. That's a 2 ounce. You need a 0.5. Okay, I messed up on one of the things. Before you balance it, you want to make sure that you always pull off the old weights. So I'm gonna do that right now. Pull off that old weight. Put it on the pile. Make sure there's nothing else here. Another weight right there. You gotta pull off that weight too. Just like that. Once that weight's off, on the ground, pick that up. Make sure you don't leave a mess for the teacher. Okay, once that's off, I want to measure that again, rebalance it. Once it sets, put that down, it'll spin. It's measuring what weights I need where. It's probably gonna be crazy. Yeah, 1 and 1.25. So this one that I found earlier, 1 to 1.5. That's a 1 ounce. It says 1.0. That's 1 ounce. Inboard, 1 ounce. It's right in the center right there. This is what you want to line it up to right there. You want to take that. Just hold the camera for me right there. And you want to take this weight, pick up the tools that you draw. So it's inboard. Line it up properly. I like to go on the other side out here. Make sure it's lined up correctly. When that starts blinking over here, that means that it's right here that you need that weight. Take that weight, hammer it on, and the other one need a 1.25. So if you can't find a 1.25 here, which I don't think I'm gonna find, that's a really weird. It's a 1.25, that's for an aluminum wheel. 0.5. These should really be set up down here, not sitting on top. So you have access to all these. 1.5. Okay, once you find a 1.25, that's for a steel rim. The way you can tell is the aluminum rims are a lot wider and the steel rims are a lot smaller there. So once you find one of those, which took us like 10 minutes, you want to move this until you see that reach the middle line right there, which means this point on the opposite side of the tire, right out here, is where you want that wheel weight to be. So you want to line that up right there and just make sure that's on there good. Then put that down again, get it to spin. And then hopefully it'll come back and read that again. Now it's saying that we need to put another 0.25 outboard, which is I think you understand the gist of it now. You find those 0.25s, just line it up right in the middle. I want the metal one this time. Just line that up. I have to really put that on because those are very long. That hit my finger. That really hurt. When you get them and they're a little bit too tight in there, you want to take that piece right there, just press in, and it'll widen out that little gap there, give you more space to get it onto that rim. Hopefully, widening this one out will make it so I don't have to smash my hand to get that weight on. Hopefully it goes on this time. this one out again. So this is BS. So fucking... Oh yeah. Once that's on, and if this reads again, I'm not doing it again. Should be perfect. Yeah, 0-0, that means you're all good balancing. So you want to loosen that tire, try to hold that thing. Okay, when you're done, this piece is just on here. After using it, pull that off. Make sure you put it back in the correct spot next to all the other ones down there. You don't typically want to leave them up there. It's not great. Take this, just quickly thread it back on. Make it easy. Leave that open. If someone else is going to use it, you can leave it on. In my case, no one else will, so you want to turn that off. And once the machine's off, take your wheel, bring it back out here. Bring it out here. And then, what do? You got to change your brakes too. When you're doing them, you want to make sure what sizes you need. We figured out that the bracket bolt is a 17 millimeter. And then you want to make sure that some brake jobs have this. It's an impact screwdriver. Sometimes you have a Phillips head holding on your rotor, and you're going to want to take that rotor off. So you have this, you tap the end, make sure it's in loosen. It'll spin that right off. And then to take my caliper off, I have a swing on one of them. And then I'm pretty sure it's about a 7 millimeter Allen. And that will take off the caliper. So here, the bottom you see, it's an Allen right there. Should be a cover over that, but mine doesn't because it's got 400,000 Ks. This right here up top is no bolt because it swings up and it'll slide off. But find that, the right size in there. You just want to break that loose. Does that come loose? Once you get that bolt out, you want to make sure it's in a safe place because you got to re-grease that later. That's off. Should be able to slide this up. You might need to get a flathead. In my case, I'm strong enough to just lift that up. And then that top piece should just, once you move that line, should just slide backwards and off. Come on, come on. There we go. Slide off, back. You have that pin right there. You want to make sure that this isn't suspended by the freaking cable. That's not good for it, so you gotta reposition yourself. Bring this up and over top like that, where it's not stretching that cable and it's safe. See, like right there, you have slack in that cable. It's not gonna pull or rip that. And then you want to take off your bracket with that 17 millimeter bolt, which Marshall's gonna do. See, you got that wrench on there, pulling. Sometimes you got to get under and push upwards from under the car. So get under and push upwards. Sometimes that'll break it loose better. There you go, broke it loose. That bolt comes loose, back that one off, then take off the other one, make sure the other one comes off good. Yeah, so here you see I still have tons of life left on my pads, so I don't actually need to do my pads. I'm just showing you guys how you would do it. You'd pull these clips out right there. Those kind of keep the pads from pressing onto that piston on the caliper and pressing onto the, sticking to the rotor. So those, they just slide right in there. See, just like that. Bend down. See how it's working like a spring, keeping it from staying in, like that. You can't push both at the same time. Get back in there. I'll do that later. But in my case, I don't have a bolt holding on that. It's right here. No bolt. You're gonna pop off that rotor. you know, inspect it, make sure it's okay. No pitting. The rotor's good. And then you're gonna have someone take and put that rotor right back on the right way.
Fuck off! It's because I'm white.
All right, just like that, the rotor's back on. Now, once you've taken these pads out and say, oh, I gotta do that, that's bad. You cannot have that, but I'm going to drive on it because I don't have money. Okay, then once you have it in, I find it easier if you wait till they're in to put these little clips in. You'll come under here.
My fat ass is so fat.
And
I sank down.
get the clips in the right spot.
I just got fucking whacked.
Just
right
like
here.
that.
Wow.
Hold it upwards, top
Yeah, I'm
of
trying to hold on to my
in,
folks. I almost fell
just like that.
They got 10 acre land.
Downwards. Once that's on,
They got a little kit.
I'm gonna bring this caliper. Wait, before we do that, you need to re-lube these pins. That's the caliper slides on. If those C's, your caliper C's. So here we have some silicone brake lubricant. A lot of shops use anti-seize. Typically you're supposed to use actual brake lubricant. So you're gonna take that, rub that on there, get it all around it, make sure it's all good. Once that's lubed, take this, swing it over, and slide that back onto there. It's nice and lubricated. And then
I don't have any action photos.
I'm gonna push those pads inwards. Try to get that
I'm holding them up.
caliper back over top.
Gears getting fucking thrown around.
If you got new pads and a new rotor, you would need to compress that piston again with either a C-clamp or an actual compressor tool. But since that's on there, and I didn't replace those, I don't need to because it's already set to the right gap. Then you want to find this. That hasn't been lubed in a very long time. So I'm gonna go wire wheel that off, clean that, make it nice again. Once you get that all wire wheeled off and looking like a new bolt, this one got bad enough that it started to pit in some areas. If it gets bad enough like that, you might want to recommend changing it just to keep everything nice and spick and span. You clean those threads off too, make sure those threads are clean. So what I do is I'll go down here and I'll place it like that. And then I'll grab my brake lubricant right here, since I only have one hand. And I will apply this brake lubricant to that bolt without letting it fall. Like that. Marshall's holding it for me. Once that brake lubricant has been applied to it, you can slide that in. As that goes in, put that back to Marshall. I can grab
Is his birthday today? Happy 12th birthday.
the right Allen back. Just like that, make sure it's set to tighten.
My cousin's fucking
Set to tighten.
15 driving.
You wanna just hold on. I probably hand thread that in. No, never mind. Hand thread that in. Once the thread's set, shouldn't move. Should be just fine. Should just go in. You want to take that wheel, pick that wheel up. Once everything's back on, torque down properly. And put that wheel right back on there. Just like that. You want to hand thread those bolts. Typically just get one of them on. If you don't drop it. Nice. On the ground. Get one of them on. Once you get one of them on, it's typically good to just let go of that wheel. Once he gets his hands away,
I put my knee
let
here
go of
just
the
for
wheel.
extra support.
And you can start threading the rest of them on. Make sure you're doing a star pattern. I'm gonna take that, put it on the lowest setting. It's on the lowest setting. That's good. Let's go around the star pattern. Make sure that wheel goes on. Just like that. He messed up the star pattern, but that's okay.
Did I?
It's okay. You went dun dun dun. You're supposed to go dun 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 dun. That's fine.
Let me see that.
Once you're done doing everything, get that torque wrench, right size socket, and you want to lower that lift down. Lower that lift down, lift it up. First you gotta lift it off the latch. Once it's off that latch, you're gonna pull that down, releases the pins. You can lower it all the way to the ground, where we will then torque the wheel down. You always want to make sure your wheel's torqued, especially the wheels that have the power going to them. Those ones are the ones that are most susceptible to come off. So once it's on the ground like that, just like, yeah, all the way down. Takes a minute, hits the floor, and you're good. I'll take this. Typically this car, it's light, not a lot of power. You want to do like 90 foot-pounds-ish, maybe 100. I like to go a little bit tighter. I throw mine to about 110. So you want to spin this wrench, pull this collar down, like so. It goes down, that's a locker. Then you want to spin it clockwise until that 0 lines up with that line on 110 if you're doing 110 foot-pounds. If you're doing less, you want to spin it down. You see that 90 right there? Spin down to the 0, go on the 90. Then you do 90 foot-pounds. And then, on the star pattern, make sure these are torqued down. Star pattern. Just like that. I'm going to go in a circle, make sure all of them are good. And you're done.